Welcome to the SigmaTesting.com tutorials. In this demonstration, you will learn how to input responses from a paper and pencil administration. Begin by logging into your account. On the Your Account page, click on the Clients button. On the Your Clients page, this page features a listing of your clients. To work with an existing client, you would click on the Select button beside the client's name. For this demonstration, add a new client by clicking on the Add Client button. On the Edit Client Information page, enter the client's first name. Then enter the client's last name. Note that you must enter your client's first and last name. Everything else is optional. SigmaTesting.com uses your client's email address to send instructions and reminders. If you do not require these features, leave the email field blank. Otherwise, type in your client's email address. You'll need to scroll down to view some of the other client fields on this page. SigmaTesting.com uses your client's country when country-specific reports are available, usually with career interest assessments. If you do not enter your client's country, the country listed in your account contact information will be used. Use the drop-down menu to select your client's country. Though not required, gender information is used to calculate gender-specific scores for many personality and career interest assessments. Use the drop-down menu to select your client's gender. Though not required, age information is used to calculate age-specific scores for some assessments. Enter your client's age. The demographic information is also not required. It is useful for gathering future norms. Select Option from the List box, or use your mouse to select Option. You can set the default language for the client. If the assessment is available in the language selected, that default will be used. If the assessment is not available in the language selected, the system will use English. Use the list boxes to view the language options for administration and report language. Note, not all assessments are available in these languages. Click Save to continue. On the Assign Test page, scroll down to view your available tests. Click on the checkbox beside the test or tests you wish to administer. Then click on the Assign Test button. You'll be asked to confirm your selection. Click on the OK button. On the Client Control page, scroll down to view your client's information. Review your client's information. To change your client's information, click on the Edit Client button. To input responses for a test, click on the Select button beside the test listing. On the Test Control page, scroll down to view the test status. Summary information for the current client and test is listed near the top of the page, followed by a summary of the current test status. The buttons on this page provide the main functionality of your account. The status of the current test determines which buttons are available. To input responses from a paper administration, click on the Responses button. On the Responses page, scroll down to the buttons at the bottom of the page. To enter edit mode, click on the Edit button. You will be warned not to use this option if your client is taking the test online. Click on the OK button. The Responses page will appear in edit mode. Scroll down to the first item. For most tests, you will select your response from the options in a drop-down list box. In this case, use your mouse to select the most and least response. For most tests, it is easiest to use the Tab key to move from item to item, and the first letter of the response to enter the item responses. Using the Tab key to move from item to item and the spacebar to select a response can also be used. When you've entered the last response for this page, click Next to save the responses and move to the next page. When you've entered the last item response, click on the Done button to save the responses. You'll then be returned to the Test Control page.